Education for women during the Victorian time period did not really exist. Families with girls who were not wealthy could not attend school, so they had very little education. Wealthy girls may have attended boarding school. If not, they would have been taught at home by a governess. Women could run a dame school, which is an early form of a private elementary school, usually taught at the teacher's home, who would usually be a woman. Education for men during the Victorian time period consisted of grammar and public school. Usually only richer families could afford school fees, but some would offer a place to learn with free schooling for boys only. The wealthy class of education could attend boarding school or be taught at home for girls and regular school for boys. The middle class is a lot like the upper class and had about the same opportunities. The lower class for girls did not really have education. Some boys would get the chance to have schooling for free. The poor were introduced to Sunday school by Robert Raikes. This also made an opportunity for both boys and girls who could not afford schooling to have it for free.
Upper-class Victorian women were often members of the aristocracy. They seemed pampered and spoiled, but were quite oppressed. They had a very small social circle where class, family name, and wealth was dominated over love and affection. Women were not allowed to own property and were considered an adherent to their husbands. Land, titles, and money were inherited by the closest male relatives, so women could not be financially independent of men. Upper-class ladies were forced to marry well to maintain their wealth and social standing. They were rarely to have opinions contrary to their husbands, could not seem more intelligent, or could not vote and had no power. The middle class was a bigger group. Middle-class women were similar in many ways to upper-class women, as they had to marry up to try to gain their social standing and maintain their lifestyle. They were often wives of factory owners, retailers, and industrialists. They rarely worked outside the home and were subservient to their husbands. The working class was the biggest class of all, where upper working class women had skills and worked in jobs like teaching, bookkeeping, domestic management, and retailing. They were considered somewhat respectable, but strictly kept with their social class. They were expected to earn money and manage a home, but generally had little wealth. Lower working-class women were very poor and considered the lowest socially speaking, having no prospects or skills. They were sent out to work young, rarely had an opportunity for education, and worked unskilled physical jobs during long hours as maids, factory workers, in mines or in farmhands.
Created using Powtoon.